Hello, this is me on a Saturday morning. Good morning. Okay, I did a video and I had to delete it because I did some research and improved my presentation. But I want to talk about something really weird in philosophy. That it's really weird, and it affects logic. I think in a really profound way to realize how strange this is. And the issue is how strange the conditional is in logic. Now they call it the material conditional, I believe. I just consider it, logical conditional. It's the conditional in logic versus in natural language. Now, the conditional, when I say the conditional, that's the name for the if-then. Programmers would just call it the if-then. I put in an if-then to check something. And in logic, you write that A arrow B. So if A, then B, you write that A arrow B. And the issue is what makes that true, A arrow B. Now, let's take an example of a conditional. If I have viable orange seeds, then I can grow an orange tree. Now that's true. That's true both in logic and that's true in natural language, but for different reasons. Okay, the weird thing about the material conditional is that if B is true, then the conditional is true. And they need this in order to prove a lot of things that they proved, okay, with logic, or I should say within logic. Now, A in that case is I have viable orange seeds, so that may or may not be true. And B is I can grow an orange tree, which may or may not be true. I can grow an orange tree. There's one right over here. And so in logic, that's true. If B is true, then the conditional will be true. All the other permutations are true in that conditional. But in natural language, it's true because there's the concept of orange tree and oranges in the A, and there's the concept in B, and they relate in such a way that B is a consequent of A. Okay. Now here is where I can show you how weird it is. In logic, this statement is also true. If I have viable apple seeds, then I can grow an orange tree. See, I can grow an orange tree. That's still true. So it doesn't matter if I have viable apple seeds or not, or what A is. It could be if I own a dog, then I can grow an orange tree. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Yeah?
Do you know where the keys are? I want to get my headband and car.
Yeah, they should be in the coat rack thing. You're welcome. Now this is a problem, I think, for logic, and is really why it's one of the main problems in logic being applicable to the natural world. And I like the natural approach, the natural language approach to the conditional better, because the natural conditional is that arrow has to actually link one thing to another. And so for that to be true, that arrow represents a relationship. And that relationship is what's being judged in the conditional. Okay, whereas logic ignores the relationship and just says, well, it's all about A and B. So I'm a relativist. Relativism's all about relationships. So I much prefer identifying on the relationships. I would love to see a logical system where the conditional has the natural language meaning. And I think that's a fair request because, of course, logic comes from studying natural language. And, if you go back far enough, the original intent of the conditional was to capture what we mean by if-then, and it doesn't quite capture it. So I like logic, but this is one of the things that makes logic incomplete in analyzing the natural world.